go get them again.
Welcome back to the Robozoid channel. I'm your host, Mark, and on the docket today we have another Royal Crown to the docket. This one called My OUD. Simple name. This is the end of the Royal Crowns in this Fragflex Mega Haul. I'm happy that this is ending, to be quite honest. I don't recall a brand flopping this badly on my channel back to back to back. Perhaps My OUD can save the brand, but honestly, after this brand, and after this, I kind of figured, this brand is, I'm going to take a big hiatus from this brand. Honestly, not going to spend my own money to get decants or any samples. I'm not going to blind buy any of these. Obviously, I'm not going to sample any of these. This brand is, I got a good enough lock on the brand. I don't think I'll be checking them out personally again. And a lot of my diehards are going to laugh at me because I just did a decant purchase just a few days ago. And no Royal Crowns were on the decant list. But, when you spend a certain amount, like usually over $100, $150, $200 in decants or samples, the website usually gives you, freebies, 2, 3, 4, 5 free samples on the website. Not of your choosing. They just, some of that's why I returned to some of them, just to get a couple freebies at the same time, right? If they do have the ones that I want as far as decants for my sample series. So anyway, long story short, guess what I got? I got the email today. I got 3 free samples. 2 are ones that one of them's on my hit list from Atelier des Arts, one of the freshies, one of the blue bottles. So I'm looking forward to that one. And the other one, I don't remember. Oh, I meant Seattle Premier, I believe. But the third one was, guess what, from Royal Crown. So I'm not done. I'm not done. I can't get away from this brand. But, and it is one that I haven't sniffed either. So, yeah, we'll do a video on that. Why not? But it's not the end. The ghost of Royal Crown continues to haunt me. But today is my last one from this big Fragflex. And if you haven't, if you just stumbled upon this video, I got several unboxings before this of this brand. And some are okay. And again, that's what you're going to get from my channel. You're not going to get a bunch of rainbows and Skittles here. I'm not throwing Skittles at your face. There's going to be really bad ones. There's going to be, okay ones, so-so ones, and some that are good, but not worth the price. And then there's some that are extremely good and worth the price. This brand has not hit that upper echelon as of yet. It's really more downhill, but we're going to see what I get out of this last one. If you haven't subscribed, hey, that's what you're going to get out of this channel. You are going to get someone that is not bought and paid for. So I'd appreciate if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Hit it, smash the like button. I really appreciate it. Just get me in the echelons of when people are searching this brand, especially this brand. It's part of the free bottle brigade. A lot of Skittles getting thrown at people, rainbows and Skittles, best brand, great brand, high-end brand, blah, blah, blah. And some may be honest, but not everybody likes a release. Not everybody like a uniform of Skittles here when these things, free bottle brigade comes through. And you're going to see that with Parfum the Marley, things like that. All new releases are amazing from the several talking heads. I can't stand it. So anyway, much appreciate if you do subscribe. If this is the kind of stuff that you want to see, when you click on something, you're gonna get honesty. You're gonna get somebody, and again, you may agree, disagree with me, but at least you get what and again, my taste is very broad. So there should be more. And again, I sample a lot of bad things, which a lot of people should. When you're sampling, it can't all be great. So anyway, let's take a look at the note breakdown of this one. Let's see what we got here. The one thing that really caught my eye is this one has castoreum. It is an oud-based fragrance. I've smelt a couple of these that have oud in the note breakdown, and honestly, there's nothing, and this one's named oud, so it has to be, right? It has to smell like oud, right? It has to, but there's ambre gris in here, castoreum. incense oud. So there's a lot of interesting notes in this particular release. It is an older release, 2012, and we're gonna see here. This box doesn't look too beat up in regards to other ones. Yeah, it has its marks here and there, but it still has its sticker intact, which rips the leather a little bit, the pleather in this thing. But the the joke of the day is, will this thing stay on the cap? Is it, when I open this, is it on the cap? And indeed, it is. It is crooked, so I don't know if it's on the cusp of being ripped out. Doesn't, yeah, it looks like it's popping out on this side, so it's on the cusp. This one could have been could have been broken, but we do have yeah, somebody wore a little bit of it as a returned product, of course. So my oud from Royal Crown, let's see what I get out of this one. Now, a lot of these fragrances have been, even though they have like really elaborate note breakdowns, even after the camera's off, I'm not getting much. Like I'm getting like 2 or 3 notes here and there, and that's it. I'm very simplistic fragrances on most of them. So let's smell this one. Let's see if it's an oud-based scent. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I can jive with this one a little bit. Now, there's saffron in here. Correct. Yeah. Okay. So there's oud, saffron, and rose. And when you see that in the note breakdown, you're kind of going, oh, okay, I've smelled this before. This is a decent, it's a oud, westernized oud, personally. It's just a dusty, woody thing. A little bit of piquant from the saffron. That's it. The rose is the third wheel. Like it's not there. Like it's the dominant right now is saffron and woods in the back end. I'm not getting much of florals, if any. So, you know what? Maybe we're ending on a good note here. Even though the note breakdown is still elaborate, you know, I'm not getting 90% of the things. And again, like I've only sprayed it for 30 seconds, but still, yeah, it's saffron heavy, woods heavy. Yeah, a decent woody saffron thing. Nothing new to the game. Nothing new to the game. But I can jive with this one. This one's actually quite decent. It's your westernized oud. It's you know, there's a little bit of rose in here, but it's mostly saffron right now. It's pretty strong. And it's decent. It's a decent saffron, and the woods is just a typical westernized oud dustiness, a little bit, you know, a little bit of age to the wood. I love that type of combo. So I can't, you know, I'm not gonna kick a brand while it's down. I'm not gonna kick a fragrance just because. I'll give it flowers, and this is probably the best one that I've smelled from the brand in recent weeks. Like in the past couple weeks, I've unboxed all these for you all to enjoy. Now this is the one that smells the best out of all the ones that I've smelled in the past couple weeks. I've unboxed several of these, as you know, if you follow. And I feel like this is the better one. Now, is it complex? No. Again, I'm just deciphering 2 things here: saffron, oud, and a little bit of rosy floral. That's it. I'm not getting any of the ivy, champanca. There's also jasmine in here. I'm not getting any of that. Labdanum, ambergris, castoreum. No, there's no animalics. Incense, patchouli. No, none of that. It is a straight up saffron heavy with a woody backdrop. Both of those notes work well together, as per, you know, it should. They've, you know, those 2 notes have been mixed in perfumery for quite a while. But even though it's better than a lot of them that I've unboxed, this is not $400 good. It's on par with, as far as scent profile goes, I could say this is like a stripped down Montal. That's probably the best way of saying it. Like, take out the heavy Montal rose and just stick with a heavy saffron Montal with a little bit of oud in the back end. probably, I would say, less screechy than that. So the blend in here, those two, the blend is actually quite good in here for those two notes. I don't get any animalic touches, which is the one thing that I was really, looking forward to, the Castoria. Maybe it'll come by later, but yeah, simple, straightforward, but very tame as a scent profile. Like, when I'm comparing this to a Montal, like Montals have like heavy projection and longevity. I don't know if this one would actually compete with that. It seems fairly tame off my skin. Yeah, so that's it for my oud, and I thought I was done, but obviously I got a decant coming my way. Yeah, no issues there. I always like to discover, and again, I could have been one and done with this brand, and I'm not that type of reviewer that will not review something if I don't like it. No, what's the point of that? That's not a reviewer. I'm not throwing just Skittles at your face, like good, 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 good. If you want that, there's tons of reviewers on YouTube that good, 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 and then, everything is good. As you know, my oud I got at fragflex.com. You can too. You can use my code TFG10. You get 10% off on any purchase site-wide. You don't have to purchase a Royal Crown. My personal opinion would be not to. They're not worth the pricing, even at discounters. These things at around, I would say, a good price point for this, personally, 75 to 80 bucks. I don't see the appeal, the $400 appeal, the $300 appeal. Some discounters, some websites have them slashed at $200. I'm sure they're having a hard time selling them at that point. Maybe, I don't know. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly on my oud. You can definitely disagree with me if you wish to do so. And as always, a great import fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.